Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, go ahead.
Namo Fundamental Teacher Shakyamuni Buddha. Namo Fundamental Teacher Shakyamuni Buddha. Namo Fundamental Teacher Shakyamuni Buddha. The unsurpassed, deep, profound, subtle, wonderful Dharma in 100,000 million eons is difficult to encounter. Now that I have come to receive and hold it within my sight and hearing, I vow to fathom the thus come one's true and actual meaning.
Okay. All right. So let's go resume to where we are. Okay, go ahead and we.
There was also the elder Li who cultivated the Flower Adornment Sutra, reading and reciting it. At one point, he set out in search of a good place to cultivate. As he was walking down the road, he met a tiger. The tiger acted very friendly towards him. Basically, tigers harm people, but when this one saw Elder Li, it acted as if it were an old friend of his. The elder Li said to the tiger, "Right now I'm looking for a good place to cultivate and do my work. Can you help me find such a place?" The tiger seemed to nod its head, yes, and so he piled all his gear upon the tiger's back for the tiger to carry. After they had traveled some 30 miles, they came to a mountain cave. The tiger stopped outside the cave and went no further. The elder Li looked inside and found the cave not bad at all, and so he stayed there to cultivate. The only trouble was that the place had no water. However, that very evening a great wind blew up, which uprooted an ancient pine tree, from the roots of which water flowed forth. So he used that water and cultivated there, and wrote a treatise on the Flower Adornment Sutra. There are very many states of that sort, all proving that the Flower Adornment Sutra is inconceivable.
Okay. So what do we understand?
That this elder Li, practiced reading and reciting and cultivating the teachings of the Flower Adornment Sutra. And he was setting out to find a calm place for him to be able to cultivate when he met a tiger on the road. And instead of being aggressive towards him, the tiger was quite friendly. And Elder Li asked him if he could help him find a place that would be good for cultivating, for practicing. And the tiger agreed. It seemed to nod back to him. And so he guided him to a location, a cave in, it wasn't in the mountains, guided him to a cave. And there wasn't any water there initially. But the same evening that the tiger brought him there, there was a strong wind that blew a tree over. And under the roots of the tree, there was water. There was like a spring that flowed forth. So in this story, we see the benefit that Elder Li gained from having a positive affinity with this tiger, and also these kind of miraculous situations are a testament to the power of the Flower Adornment Sutra, that this is such a sacred sutra that is so beneficial that it can affect events in the world around people who practice it.
Hmm. And I remember the story related to the when the dumb body, right? The patriarch, that is the man, the Chan tradition. Yeah, he the 28, and when he came to China, and so they are the first one, second one, third one, and fourth one, and fifth. The fifth patriarch of the Chinese Chan tradition. He have I think he have about many disciples, and one of them is really good. And there is the place that in the mountain is very good place for someone to be there to host and to provide the teaching, right? So he did not know what to do, and so there were the this person here. He very good in be able to see that mean based on the outsider of that person, he be able to read and understand this person have some kind of affinity with who is with where, right? And you know what, the picture after okay, in my disciple who is the best that fits with this place, okay, because this place is not developed yet. It's just like the undeveloped place. So he said that the master, even though you are the master, but you are not suitable for this place because based on your but in your disciple, this I forgot the name of the disciple, and he said he point out the specific disciple that this disciple have a really good affinity on this place. And you know what? If you put him there, and you know what, the Buddha teaching will be straight, the wide out. That mean wide straightening throughout the area, throughout in China later on. And you know what? Yes, he yes the patriarch followed the instruction and also put him there. And you know what? He sit in meditation in that mountain for 7 years, and no one come. And you know what? Later on, he found out that the reason is no one want to come to this mountain because there are many tigers. People there to go up here. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And you know what? This master right here, he said to the tiger and to the place, if this place is suitable for me to provide the teaching and to wide stress the Buddha teaching, then please all the tiger you should disappear. If this place is not suitable for me, yes, you can all, if you want, you can eat me. You can come and eat me. You know what? After he said that, all the tiger disappeared. And since then, many people throughout the village, many villages, they came up and they learned from him so many. And later on, he become one of the patriarchs as well. So what does this mean? It means that if the one who are the righteous cultivator and uphold the precept, all the good things will come to him. Well, before they come to him, they have to test him, right? Otherwise, that's why one day, so if he be able to recognize it, and he can be able to overcome it easily. So even the tiger, it looked very harmful to us, but to this to the one who truly cultivated, there is no harm. Do you know why?
Well, for someone who's like truly cultivated and their mind is at peace, if they're going to die, then they can face their death, and it could be a completion of karma and also be seen as a benefit to that animal that was eating them. And alternatively, if they have like a deep sense of faith in the Buddhist teachings and that the Buddhist teachings brought them to teach in this area, well, then I think they would have a sense that that their body was safe there, that they'd be able to teach.
Do you think that these people, they have any kind of fear?
If they've achieved arhatship, then no, they wouldn't.
If they stay in the state of the mind that have non thought, no thought, right?
Yeah.
That means there is no such called thing called fear. No. And
Mhm.
actually, this cultivator always have loving kindness and compassion, and and they truly want to benefit others, right? So usually, the if you see, I witnessed that if you see a person who always harm to the animal, right? And when you walk to the, let's say, a dog, that dog is somehow very aggressive to this person.
Mm.
The dog bark very loud and also try to become very aggressive to this person. But if the person who have loving kindness to the animal, and when this person approaches the animal, do you think the animal have any this kind of behavior?
No, generally no.
No, because the dog can be able to feel the energy, right?
Hmm.
The same thing. So the energy it will be able to attract, right? If you have if we have a good energy, we be able to attract the good thing, even though that animal it look very harmful. But when it come to you, come to that person, it become very calm in the manner of this person. So that's why it's very important. Love and kindness is important, and also the mind does not have any kind of they no thought of they call the non thought state, right? The mind of the state of the mind. Therefore, that he be able to have no fear with this kind of situation, and um, and also the Dharma protector or the Dharma guardian, they will always support this person. When this person is ready and they are there and they will be able to protect as well as they will be able to provide the mean for this person to be able to do the Dharma work, right? To do the Buddhist work. This is important. Um, whenever we truly with the wholehearted to do the Buddhist work, we're not alone. Remember that. We will not be alone to do it. We will do it and with the support of the Dharma protector, with the support of the Dharma guardian. So, mm, okay. Okay, go ahead. We do the Gatha.
I return my life to the 10 directions and the 3 times utmost reach. To dust mode Kshetras, taming masters of perfect clarity. To the Dharma realm's great compassion, cloud of merit and virtue. To Vairochana, the great wisdom sea. To the dwelling place most deep, the true Dharma nature. To what flows forth whole and perfect as the sutra. In each assembly of the Buddhas and each dust mode. To universal worthy, Manjushri, and all great lords. I now wish with my one hair's breadth of wisdom to fathom the boundless Dharma realm's vast void. May I receive the triple jewels compassion of identity and substance, each phrase profoundly meshing with all Buddha's intent. May I cause the Dharma eye forever not to fail. Exhausting realms of living beings like universal worthy, I transfer this supreme good equally to all that live. May they soon accomplish Bodhi's fruit of never-ending bliss.
Uh, you want to go to the commentary and we do it from there?
Sure.
I think it's easier. Go ahead. Commentary.
National Master Ching Liang divides the discussion of the sutra into 4 sections. What was previously discussed was the general preface and meaning of the title. The passage of text now under consideration consists of a 16-line gatha, which National Master Ching Liang expresses before writing the prologue and commentary to the Flower Adornment Sutra. I return my life means I take refuge and return my life, giving it to the 10 directions and the 3 times, utmost reach. The 3 times are the past, the present, and the future.
Okay, stop right there. Stop right there. I return my life mean.
Yeah. So here, taking refuge, giving it to the 10 directions. Well, to me, what that means is sacrificing, pursuing greed and anger. So instead of using my life to pursue greed and anger, returning into the 10 directions would be using this life for the benefit of all living beings. And that is at the core of Buddhist practice. And so that could also, like, see here, I take refuge. It's the similar in strengthening that intent. That's also taking refuge in the teachings, because that is like the seed of the teachings, the intent to benefit all living beings.
So I take refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, right? To return my life. So, okay. And return my life given to the 10 direction and the 3 period time. Yeah, just like you said, that means he have to practice the Bodhisattva path, right? Make a lot of Bodhisattva vow, and also to fulfill it throughout the Bodhisattva path practice. And the whole idea to return and given it to the 10 direction and the 3 period time, this is be able to eliminate the notion of the self, right? Because when we do that, and also when, even though in here they say the time is the 3 period of time, it means the past, present, and future. Basically, when we do things in Buddhism, we should not consider a time whenever it comes. You don't, should we expect things to be, when, let's say that when you help someone, right? Should we expect that when this thing is accomplished? Should we?
When you help someone, should we what?
Okay, let's say that you have a chance to help anyone for anything, right?
Yeah.
But help can be long, right? Can be sometimes very long. Should we have some kind of expectation that, okay, I will help within 10 years, 20 years, or what is the right attitude?
Yeah, I'd say the ultimate attitude is, like in the Buddha way, the vows are vast. The vows are unlimited. I mean, I liberate all living beings throughout all time, and that I mean, it's huge. So we may have, like in this life, we may have certain limitations on what we feel like we could do.
Yeah.
So we may say, I can only spend a week helping, but the ideal is that we've completely, we're there to help continually without a limit.
Okay. So basically, usually, for example, in Buddhism, right? We have three type of vow. We call small, medium, and great. Maybe I use the word correctly. Hopefully, you will. Did you ever heard about this?
Yes, I think we've discussed it briefly in the past.
Did you remember?
The outline of it, right? There's just kind of relative categories of vows, where the great vows would be like liberating all living beings from suffering, or right, Samantabhadra has the 10 vows. Those would all be considered great vows.
Right.
You know, a small vow may maybe just span the length of a day. And maybe that, you know, today I vow not to talk negatively about, you know, about anybody.
Yeah,
Um,
that's right. Small vow that means that maybe in a short time, let's say that I will become a vegetarian within 3 months, maybe. Well, that is one good thing. Or I will try to memorize the great compassion within a few days, a week, or whatever. That is the small vow. Um, I will I make a vow to quit smoke maybe within a week, whatever. That is small vow, right? The medium vow is that means the vow that we can be able to fulfill within one lifetime. For example, I try my best, right, to transform my negative commit affinity, right, or my negative commit affinity whenever I encounter. That means even though whenever I encounter the negative, usually when we encounter the negative common affinity, the first thing what usually we do, you know, what is the first thing we usually do?
Frequently we're, I think, defensive, where if someone says, you know, if we're encountering a negative affinity, usually someone is pointing out something they don't like about us. And I think the first thing most of us do automatically is try to be defensive,
Right,
to say why, you know, why they're wrong.
right. We will react, right? We always,
Yeah.
okay. React is not a good thing because if that's the case, then we will damage our relationship. We damage all the good thing. So, and that means whenever we encounter the comet infinity, if let's say that we have a problem with our partner, right? We have a problem with our children, or we have a problem with our sibling. Instead of we run away, we hiding, right? We face them directly with loving kindness and compassion. That is the important thing. So sometimes, yes, it to the point that it's very difficult to deal with it. Then we all we have to do is we keep the distance, but never at any moment to have any negative thought or ill will against that person. It's important because this is how we practice love and kindness. That means we want to bring peace to others as well as to us, right? And also practice compassion. That means that we not only bring them happiness, but we also help them to get out of help them and help ourselves to get out of that my state. That means the whatever the mind state they have, right? Take try the best to help them to be able to see positively instead of negatively. It will take, and then you know what? When we deal with this thing here, it will. Do you think that how long it take us to be able to do that?
Going to be variable. I don't think we can know ahead of time necessarily.
It could be 1 year, 2 year, 5 year, 10 year, or even one lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
So if what happened if we always expect a time frame for that, what will happen to us?
Could become impatient, could become frustrated, could give up.
Yeah, we will retreat, right? We will give up. And so the best way to deal with this kind of negative environment is, well, we try our best. We make the best out of the worst. And we never expect any time frame on this thing. Doesn't matter how long it takes. 1 year, 2 year, 10 year, even a lifetime, it's okay. As long as we be able to transform it. That's all we need. And you know what? Eventually, when all the condition it met, with the cause that we pray, then you know what? The result will turn out unbelievable. Yep. So it's very important. It's not easy. It's very easy to say it, but it's very tough to do it. And usually within our family. Yeah. So we have to be very tolerant and with the loving kindness, of course, with the wisdom. We have to do with the wisdom. Do not do without wisdom. Because we don't want them to harm us. We help them, but don't allow them to harm us. That's very tough, right? It's not easy. But it doesn't mean that even though we don't allow them to harm us, it doesn't mean that we have any ill thought or ill will against that person or resentment. No. So yeah, it takes, because of this, we can be able to develop the wisdom. And the great vow, right? The vow that we make, it take one lifetime, two lifetime, or even in many lifetimes to be able to finish, to fulfill. Just like the Bodhisattva, right? When they make the vow, they don't know when this will be fulfilled. It's okay. We do the same. For example, we can make a vow like whenever, wherever I born, right? When I in the mom womb, right? I vow that at that moment I never eat any meat. No, I will be a vegetarian since that day. You know what? If the vow will become sincere, and the power of that vow, you know what happened?
That it becomes it actually helps us keep the vow. The consequence and the power of it kind of like helps situations align to assist us in keeping the vow.
And you know what? It also, if let's say that the mom, before, right? The mom, let's say that before that, the mom, it have a very bad habit, right? It's very brutal, right? But because we are inside the mother womb, her mind and her behavior will change immediately due to the great vow we have. And we will have the direct impact to her because we inside her womb. The children can impact on the mom. The mom can also impact on the children, depend who is stronger. Due to this vow, the mom become very good person. And we also, at the same time, we develop the loving kindness to all beings. And the second vow we can make is when after I give birth, right? I would like to become a monk and to live like a monk and to uphold the pure precept and also to understand truly understand attend the Dharma and understood all the Buddha teaching to be able to benefit the living, right? So and you know what? And we make a vow that we will try the best to make the Buddha teaching to stay alive for the long time on earth, right? So even though my last rest on this earth, I still want to use that last rest to benefit others. So this kind of the vow that we make, it will become stronger and stronger every life, right? it will become very powerful. And we truly, later on, we truly be able to transform into that kind of vow. And every time when we born, there are two type of, remember, the power of the karma and the consciousness. These two criteria will decide where we will be born, right? But if we are the one who make the vow will be the third criteria. It will help us. Usually, it will help us to be born into the place that will be suitable for us to practice based on our vow. So this is important. So that's why, even though there are 3 time period, but usually when we want to return our life, right, to benefit our living being with our notion of the self, and it means that there is no time, right? There is no time. Okay. All right, go ahead.
This represents taking refuge with all the Buddhas of the 10 directions and the 3 periods of time. To dustmotes, kshetras, taming masters, dustmote kshetras are kshetra lands, many as fine particles of dust. Taming masters is one of the 10 titles of the Buddha. Of perfect clarity, the wisdom of the taming and regulating masters is perfect, and so is their merit and virtue. They tame and regulate the living beings of the 3 realms, the desire realm, the form realm, and the formless realm, enabling them all to leave suffering and attain bliss. They think up all sorts of methods of regulation to bring them into harmony and tame them.
Yeah, it is very straightforward, right?
Yeah, the dust motes kshetras of taming masters, I think, points at a really beautiful aspect of the law that I think takes some understanding. My sense of it is that, our notions of duality of big and small are not, like, in the ultimate, are not useful. They're misleading notions, and that the Buddha nature is the ground from which all things spring, so that you could say that there are, like these limitless Buddhas, even in a dust mote. Is that close to your sense of it?
Yeah, that means it's the 5 particle. That means it's even smaller than the atom, right? Very small, right? Atom still big, right? There it's and many at 5 particle of dust. No matter if one of the 10. Okay, this one the Buddha have 10 title of so we one of it called the perfect clarity, the wisdom of the taming and regulating master is perfect. Okay, that means that is the title, I think, of the Buddha. And so their merit and virtue is also considered to be perfect, right? They tame and regulate the living being of the 3 realm desire. That means, okay, enable them to live. Okay. In this case here, okay, so basically in here, we understand that in order for the Bodhisattva to become the Buddha, right? Well, in order to attain that 10 title, and one of the title is called, well, perfect clarity, the wisdom of the taming and regulating, right? This is and they are considered that and also that means the Bodhisattva have to practice and be able to evolve throughout lifetime, many lifetime, just like the 5 particle. It's many like that. Think about a 1 particle, 5 particle. It consider 1 car pass life, and they have they have to practice, evolve into many lifetimes like that in order to fulfill their vow, to be able to attain the Buddhahood. And that's why they will be able to transform the living being from the three realm, right? The desire realm, form realm, and from that realm, enable them to leave the suffering and attain bliss. So they think up all sort of methods and regulations to bring them into harmony and tame them. So basically, this is all sort of method. It means the experience mean, right? In order to do that, they have, just like when you go to school, right? You just understand the principle, the theory, but you have to go to, and you go to work, and you will be able to gain the working experience, right? The same thing here. The Bodhisattva, after understand the Buddhist teaching, is not enough. So they have to directly involved with the living being and apply the teaching directly to them and be able to bring the benefit. Of course, at the beginning, it will be very tough for them, right? For the Bodhisattva. Well, just like when we deal with the negative common affinity, right? At the beginning, it will be very tough for us how to deal with it. But in a while, we be able to understand how to deal with it and to deal with it in the positive way instead of the negative way. Does it make sense? So evolve into, in order to do that, that means the lifetime will be the 5 particles of dust. That means so many. That means we cannot be able to calculate. Okay. Yeah, so in order to be able to have all kind of experience, to be able to benefit the living being in the three realm. That is the Bodhisattva path, nothing else. But in order for the Bodhisattva to be able to do this, he needs to be able to generate the bodhicitta. Is the first thing he needs to do. After that, he make the vow. After the vow, he be able to practice, because the vow is the guidance. Without the vow, there is no guidance. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That, I think that's also easy to understand. I think. Okay. All right. Go ahead.
To the Dharma realm's great compassion cloud of merit and virtue, to the exhaustion of empty space and the Dharma realm, in the 10 directions in the 3 periods of time, extends the infinitely great compassion cloud of merit and virtue, that is, the Buddha. To Vairochana, the great wisdom sea, Vairochana is translated as perfect, as one of great and perfect enlightenment. The great sea of enlightenment is the great wisdom sea, and the great sea of wisdom is the great sea of enlightenment. These 4 lines praise and take refuge with the Buddha jewel. The next 2 lines constitute taking refuge with the Dharma jewel. To the dwelling place most deep, the true Dharma nature. This says there is nothing deeper than the true and actual Dharma nature, which is dwelt in. To what flows forth whole and perfect as the sutra, the Flower Adornment Sutra. Yeah. So taking refuge in the great compassion cloud of merit and virtue of the Dharma realm. That extends infinitely. And that is, they're saying, is synonymous with the Buddha, right? The exhaustion of empty space and the 10 directions of 3 periods of time extends the infinitely great compassion cloud of merit and virtue, that is the Buddha. Oh, the great compassion cloud of merit and virtue, that is the Buddha. Yeah. and then so the thing that catches my thoughts the most about this passage is the nature of Dharma. And it was a while after learning about Buddhism that I noticed, like, it developed a better understanding of the definition of Dharma, because like Dharma can be kind of specific as to what the Buddha's teachings, but like anything is also Dharma, like any phenomena
Phenomenon is the
is
Buddha.
Dharma. So like these expressions from the Buddha nature, these temporary appearances that come and go, like these are all dharmas. So it's kind of like, it's also kind of like the Buddha's speech, because you know, if all things are the Buddha nature, then any event is, it's kind of like the Buddha nature is speaking in a way, and that they flow from that nature.
Okay, okay. Let me show you this. Let me try to remember. Um, let me see. Okay. Let me see. Okay, yeah. You see Vairocana Buddha? It's the Dhamma body, pure Dhamma body. Sakimuni Buddha, right? Each Buddha have three body, right? Sakyamuni Buddha have the Dhamma body named Vairochana. Amitabha Buddha have a Dhamma body, it's named differently. But he also Dhamma body.
Named what?
Each Buddha have three body, right?
But you said Amitabha Buddha has a Dharma body named.
They have a different name.
Oh, different name. Okay.
Different than the Sakyamuni Buddha called Vairochana. Even the Dhamma body, each Buddha have a different name. Refer to the Dhamma body. Okay. So in this case, this is the Dhamma body, right? The pure Dhamma body. Okay, I just want to point out that thing. Now let's go back to here. Then we will go to here one more time. Okay, to the Dhamma Ram. That means it's that when we see the word Dhamma Ram, it means the 10 Dhamma Ram. You remember? You remember the 10 Dhamma Ram?
The 10 Dharma realms. That's, I mean, that's not the realms of existence. There's not 10 there, right?
Dhamma Ram, it means 10 Dhamma Ram. There are only 10 Dhamma Ram.
We're not talking about like the realm of hungry ghosts and the realms, the hell realm.
Dhamma Ram of Buddha. Dhamma Ram of Bodhisattva. Bodhisattva. Bodhisattva, I think. Dhamma Ram of Pasika Buddha. Dhamma Ram of sound hearing. That means Arahat, right? Dhamma Ram Delta, what we call heaven, something like that. Dhamma Ram of human. And Dhamma Ram of Asura animal realm, and hungry ghost realm, and hell realm. That
Mhm.
means our mind, our mind, when we have a thought come up, that thought cannot be outside of this 10 Dhamma realm. It will be only within this 10 realm, nothing else. For example, when we have a thought of loving kindness and compassion, right? That means that is the thought relate to the Buddha, to the Dhamma realm of Buddha or Bodhisattva, right? Or we have, if we have a thought about to do the 10 good deeds, that is the Dhamma realm of devotee. Or when we have a thought respect other, right? Regarding to the rule, the law, right? That means it's respect the law. Usually the human is the one who should obey the law. That is the human. And if we have if the one who always have a habit of angry, right? Jealousy, that is the asura. And the Dhamma realm of animal, that means the one who are very brutal and live like the jungle rule, no rule. That is the animal. The Dhamma realm of the hungry ghost, that means the one who very selfish, very greedy, and willing to harm others for their own greedy. This is the Dhamma realm of hungry ghosts. And Dhamma realm of hell, that means it's the one who are just like Putin, right? He killing so many people, right? So this is the 10 Dhamma realm. And whenever you see the word Dhamma realm, it's basically, it's very big. That means include all this realm. Okay. So it said to the Dhamma realm, great compassion cloud of merit and virtue. So basically, the great compassion cloud, that means the compassion is really big, right? The compassion of the Dhamma realm. That means that compassion is include everyone. In order to be able to include everyone, that means the merits and virtue have to be that vast. Does it make sense? In order to have the merits and virtue to be that vast, we have to do to the exhaustion of the empty space and the Dhamma realm. In the 10 direction and the 3 period of time extend the infinity, great compassion cloud, and the merit and the virtue. That is the Buddha. Basically, the one who have the great compassion cloud and of merit and virtue, big like the empty space and the Dhamma realm, and in the 10 directions. That means extend to the infinity. That only the Buddha. That means he, the one already attained the Buddhahood. And that means before that, he already practiced and the Bodhisattva path through our countless lifetime, right? Just like in the vivid past, they said. That means he evolved in the at many at 5 particles of the dust, right? In order to fulfill the Bodhisattva path to benefit the living being, that's what the great compassion cloud of marriage and virtue. That means his marriage and virtue is it's big, just like the empty space of the Dhamma realm. It's that big, that vast. That means infinity, right? Let me go back here. Where are we? Okay, yeah. So that's why, and who be able to have that? The Buddha. And in this case, it's referred to the Dhamma body of the Sakyamuni Buddha. And that also they call the great wisdom sea. That means the wisdom big vast at the sea, right? Van Rochana is translated as perfect, at the one of great and perfect enlightenment. That means the Buddha, right? The great sea of the enlightenment is the great wisdom sea, and the great sea of wisdom is the great sea of enlightenment. So basically, it's the perfect in both wisdom and also enlightenment. So this four line phrasing and take refuge with the Buddha gem. That's why this is why we should take refuge with the Buddha jewel, right? The one who sacrificed for our living being in many lifetime at the many at the 5 particle of dust. So that is the reason why we need to take refuge with the Buddha jewel. Okay, the next 2 lines constitute taking refuge with the Dharma jewel. Judy well placed most deep the true Dharma nature. This say there is nothing deeper than the true and actual Dharma nature, which is the well in. To what flow for and whole, or flow for whole, and perfect at the sutra, the flower adornment sutra. So basically, this says the reason why do we need to take refuge to the Dharma, because the Dharma is help us to go back to the true nature, the true Dharma nature. That means the Buddha nature. It's nothing deeper than this, because basically that is the most deepest one. And we should dwell in there, because when we dwell in there, and that means we are attend the true emptiness, right? The state, the mind of the emptiness. And therefore, that is the true non-attachment, right, of the mind. And that's why that is the true equality, right? They call equanimity, right? Equanimity.
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 Let's see, how do you spell that?
EQUAN.
EQUAN.
NIMITY.
Okay, equanimity. Okay, that's why we have no prejudice, no discrimination, right? It's truly right. So to all living beings, that's where the loving kindness and compassion truly like this. So we be able to, if we don't have Dharma, we cannot be able to go back to the true Dharma nature, and therefore we cannot be able to benefit the living being. And how do we be able to go back to the true Dharma? And this is nothing more than this sutra, because this sutra, it helps us to be able to practice the Bodhisattva path. This sutra is very important. It's not only talking about the external world, and also that means the world that we, the one who pray from the karma, also from the vow, right? For example, Bodhisattva and the Buddha pray the world based on their vow, and also some of the Bodhisattva pray the world based on the living being that they are rescued karma. So, and the world we are living here is based on our karma. They call collective karma. That's why we see all kind of crazy things happen every day. Not because the Sakyamuni Buddha is not compassionate. No, because he's so compassionate to make a vow to live it, to stay in this world, the world that most evil, right? And to be able to benefit so many. And that's why we, after 20 more than 2,500 years, we still be able to have a chance to learn Dharma. It's not easy in this time, right? This is
Yeah.
a terrible time. I went back to the Vietnam. I saw a lot of monks. They are the one who eat meat, who drink alcohol. We heard,
Monks who drink alcohol?
yeah.
Monks? What? It's shocking.
You know why?
Why?
Because basically the government, they are the communists, right? And they want to destroy, the best way to destroy Buddhism is to put their people in there to become the monk.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Whoa.
They are afraid most in the religion,
Hmm.
and that's really sad.
I would be more concerned about alcohol than religion. I mean, yeah, alcohol destroys families for some people, you know?
But anyway, that's why it's terrible. What can we do? But anyway, even though you see a lot of temple, but outside look very healthy, right? For the religion, but it's not.
Oh,
Okay, we can talk more about that later on. Okay, let's stop right here. Oh, we passed over too much. Okay, let's stop right here. Okay, go ahead.
may every living being, our minds as one and radiant with light, share the fruits of peace with hearts of goodness, luminous and bright. If people hear and see how hands and hearts can find in giving unity, may their minds awake to great compassion, wisdom, and to joy. May kindness find reward. May all who sorrow leave their grief and pain. May this boundless light break the darkness of their endless night. Because our hearts are one, this world of pain turns into paradise. May all become compassionate and wise. May all become compassionate and wise.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Ty.
Okay, have a good weekend. Oh, tomorrow, right?
Yes, I'll be at the temple tomorrow.
Oh, but you
Oh,